Hi, I'm Miss Toy, and I want to welcome you to Inside the Haven, where we are mentoring minds and changing lives. We do that by bringing you a young person, young man, young lady. We bring you up close and personal conversations with business and career professionals. They tell you who they are, what they do, why they do it, and how they became who they are and how they became successful. Because we never know, you may want to do the same thing they do. Today we have DJ Empowerment, DeShaun Jones. He's a motivational speaker. So mom, dad, I want you to go get your sons, daughters, grandma, grandpa, get the grandkids. Let them know that DeShaun Jones is here with us today. And who knows, maybe they might want to be a motivational speaker, or if not, they will be motivated by what he has to say. And with that, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're going to get started. But before we do, I want to give you your encouragement for today. Your encouragement is you are valuable. Appreciate yourself. What we value will appreciate, and what we appreciate will increase in value. I mean to say, what we appreciate will increase in value. If you don't take care of the things you have, they would appreciate. A house that's empty and left empty with nobody living in it, it just begins to fall apart. It depreciates. But when somebody lives in it, they take care of it, they keep it clean, there's love and laughter in the home, for some reason that house will just last forever. And the same it is with you. Appreciate yourself, so others will appreciate you too. When you appreciate yourself, others will realize that you think highly of yourself. They'll notice that you're worthy of their respect. You will increase in value as your value for yourself increases within you, okay? All right. We have DeShaun Jones with us. Like I said, he's a motivational speaker. And we also have Amerih. What's your last name?
Mitchner.
Amerih Mitchner. Stephen.
Boone.
Stephen Boone. Christian.
Freeney.
Say your whole name. I'm sorry.
Christian Freeney.
Daniel McDermitt.
Daniel McDermitt.
Antonio Sweeney.
And then our main guest is DeShaun. How are you?
I'm awesome.
I want to welcome you to Inside the Haven.
I'm happy to be here. I'm definitely happy to be here.
And so tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I'm a motivational speaker.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing motivational speaking for about 6-7 years.
6-7 years?
What really makes me motivated about speaking to youth is I get to see the change in their approach about life or their own situations, and then just encouraging them to just strive for the best possible outcome in their lives.
So is that motivational speaker, would you call yourself a coach as well? I know life coaching and that's pretty big nowadays. Is that, are they two different things, or is it about the same?
It's the same. I think the title, and I don't really like titles. I look at myself as a person that wants to help.
Okay.
Because titles, you can title yourself anything. But
right.
Your value of what you produce or you give out, sometimes it's nothing, sometimes. So. You're
right. You're right. People can title themselves anything, and they might not be, well, I won't say nothing bad, but you're right. You can title yourself anything. So how long have you been a motivational speaker?
For about 6-7 years.
Oh wow, a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. So it must be pretty fulfilling.
Yeah, it is. The outcome of it, and just being able to meet different people, different youth, being able to talk at different schools and things like that is pretty awesome. So
that's good, because they don't let everybody in the school.
No, they don't.
And they should.
No, they don't. It's definitely a process. You definitely have to produce.
And be reputable.
Yeah, you definitely. And sometimes it's who you know sometimes also, because they can give, they may know someone in the school that could pull some strings for you and help you out, and that could get the ball rolling. But
I mean, still though, if you don't check out as far as your reputation, or they still, whoever, they won't let you in.
No.
So they let you in. That's good.
You definitely have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Worthy of just getting that opportunity and being able to speak to kids.
So what qualifications do you have Is it? Do you have the life experience, or do you have a degree in what qualifies you to be a motivational speaker?
No, I don't have a degree.
Okay.
But what I do have is I have life experiences with going through foster care and going through a real traumatic childhood and upbringing. Losing my mom to a drug overdose.
Oh, wow.
Me and my younger brother was born with drugs in our system. Just different various things that caused me to really sit down and say, you know what do I want to do, and what can make a real serious impact. And I know there's kids out there that have been in my situation that I could tell them, hey, I did X, Y, and Z, and I got here. You know.
My father was a drug user too, and he and I used to get high together, and you know, because God rest his soul, my father, he was a great dad, you know, because he got the principle right, you know, spend time with your child, you know, direct them, you know, be there, but some of the things that you know, drugs are not right, you know,
no,
and it's definitely not right you getting high with your kid,
Yeah.
you know, but that was okay for him, you know, but once I came to a certain point of coming to myself, I accepted the Lord, and I realized, okay, wait a minute, you know, but there are things that happen in your life, you know, you have the right, who'd you say, Pastor, your mom?
Yeah, my mom.
We have the right parents, and we learn from them what to do and what not to do. So you learn from her what not to do, and that helped you turn your life around and become who you are, regardless of what she went through and died from.
Yeah, exactly. And I would say how I learned from her is she passed when I was super young, so I never really got to know her.
Oh, okay.
But her mistakes and her path kind of made me like second guess, like, do I want to really take this path in this type of negative outlook, you know, and what people.
So I heard you were saying that you grew up in foster care, or how long were you in foster care?
I was in foster care from 3 years old, warded estate at 6 years old, and all the way up until I was 19.
Oh, you literally grew up in foster care, literally?
Yeah, me and my twin brother, yes.
Were you guys always together?
No, we were separated.
Oh, wow.
5 years in between that time frame.
So are you close now?
Very much close. Very close.
So before we go any further, none of you all have experienced foster care, have you? So you don't know what he's talking about. Good. Wow. Does anybody have a question right now for Mr. Jones?
I do.
What's your question, honey? Daniel.
How do you start your day?
How I normally start my day is, to get me in the right frame of mind, is I get on YouTube, I read a positive book, and my main thing is I look at people I want to be like. And one of my favorite motivational speakers that's real established, and he's in a position where I want to be, his name is Eric Thomas. And he's actually from Detroit, actually. And his life is, you know, we have similar life experiences and struggles. So positive influences every day.
Well, I got a question. How do you start one of your motivational speeches or one of your sessions, or?
How I normally.
Or how do you prepare for that, or did I say?
Just rehearse.
Okay.
Practice in the mirror.
Oh yeah, okay.
Brushing my teeth, I just think about it every day. I record myself, audio record myself, and just listen to how I sound and my pronunciations and everything.
That's good. So do you? Because you don't live in Flint. Are you from Flint?
Yes, I'm from Flint.
Okay.
Yes.
So but you grew up in? Did you grow up foster care here?
Yeah. Actually, Whaley Children's Center.
Okay.
Right across the street from Hurley. Grew up there. That was mainly my stomping ground. And where it all started.
Did you find a father figure and a mother figure there?
Definitely. I had a lot of
role model. I said, everybody, you got a role model.
Influences, mom figures, just people that when I stepped out and we had events or we went out anywhere, I really held myself accountable and made sure I was respectful, and people understood that too, and they wanted the best for me.
Because my thinking is that even though, you know, we've all come from some type of dysfunction, no matter how good the family is, there's still some type of dysfunction there.
Yeah, definitely.
And for kids that don't have a mom or dad, there's still, God is such that He'll provide you with what you need, even though it's not in the traditional package.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you don't have a mother, there's still a mother figure there if the child will receive it as such. Or same thing with the father. If you receive it as such, the figure, not the actual person, but the figure is there in your life somewhere.
And I had foster moms and foster dads that wanted to be dads to me and wanted to take me in as their son. But because I was so in pain and I was lashing out because I wanted to know who my real father was, that I never gave them a shot.
That's what I mean. If you receive it, yeah.
And I never received it. I wanted to bounce back on that. Yeah, definitely. It really relies on the child to receive their help and guidance.
But can you go back and look and see? Well, I guess you can, because you know that that's what they were trying to be. Okay, all right, good. So, you say you've been doing this for 6 or 7 years. Okay, now have you had opportunity? Well, I guess you do it in your area and in schools. Have you had opportunity to go outside of the Inkster?
Farmington Hills.
Have you had opportunity to go outside of the area?
No, it's basically the exposure, and sometimes it's just the consistency, and pushing it. And sometimes, you know, you have to get with the right people and connections and things like that.
So are there any obstacles to being a motivational speaker? What would you say?
It definitely is. It's the nervousness.
Obstacles, everything in it.
It's the nervousness of getting in front of crowds because you may be putting yourself in the way, and you have to take yourself out, and then you have to deliver what you got there for.
And then one thing about when somebody's in a position where they're always talking, there's always opportunity to be criticized about for what you're saying, how you're saying it, when you said it, why you said it. So, anybody, Antonio, you got a question?
I actually have a question for you. So, like how you said you were a motivational speaker, did you have any leadership guidance during to become?
I actually had a mentor. His name was Michael Barber. He actually moved not too long ago, and he set me in a position where he designed all my logos, and he did this all for free. He said, I want to see you elevate yourself, so I'm gonna put you in a position where you can do that. So he built my website. He taught me how to actually put together a speech, because when I first started, I didn't know how to do none of this.
But you knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew, like, I got the motivation, I got the passion for it, but the structure, and I didn't have.
It's one thing about being in your purpose, discovering it, and knowing what it is, and moving toward it, that things just start to come together for you. You know, because you're out there looking for them now. You know what your purpose is, so you're out there looking for how to do this, what to do, how to do it, who to talk to. Then those things are being attracted to you. And some things are, you know, not everything's gonna be free, but you know, when they do come free, that's like a signpost on the road. I must be, you know, on the right road. I might need to get his number, because I want a logo. I don't have a logo. I need a logo. Get his information from you.
I definitely will do that.
Yeah, that's great. So do you do anything else? Is this the main thing that you do?
No, I actually do home-based business. I have a home-based business also.
Well, this is. Do you have an office somewhere for the?
Well, both of them are
Okay.
in my home and
That's
stuff.
good.
But
That's a good place to start.
Yeah, I do
it's cheaper.
multiple. I do multiple things because I believe in just empowering and not staying stagnant in one certain place. I think multiple talents is good.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. And I would think that. What do you have something else to say?
And multiple skills.
Okay. Yeah, and they'll all kind of fit and work together and help you along in what you do.
Definitely.
Amerih, you got a question?
Yeah. Have you faced any challenges, and how would you overcome them?
I would say my biggest challenge if I had got it together early, and mastered that, which was anger. And as a young person, if you don't know how to control that and control your emotions, you will fall every time. And it's not intentionally, but you will, because you have to know how to just take your time, breathe, and then go out and do what you need to do. And that was my thing. I didn't know how to handle it in the pain and anger. So if you can master that, I think you'll be all right.
You know, Scripture says that all things work together for good because we are called according to purpose. And so that adversity, that thing that hurt so bad, that thing that seemed like it messed us up or whatever.
Right.
If we take it and turn it around and use it like to help somebody, as the test becomes the testimony, you know, or I like to say my misery became my ministry.
Definitely.
You know, and so that's what happened for you. It was your misery. You turned it around and made it be used for positivity for the young people.
Yeah, I got to the point where that if I wanted to do anything great, if I wanted anybody to look at me in a positive light, or just respect what I'm doing, I had to forgive my parents for not being responsible. I had to forgive my father first of all before I can accept any male figure in my life at all.
Yeah.
And it's just that was my hold up, my anger and pain. And I think when you do that and you accept things for what they are and not settle, I think you'll be awesome at anything and just being laser focused.
It helps me to think that, you know, people do the best they know how to do with what they have to work with at the time they're doing. You know, that helped me to forgive people. Then, you know, that it just helps me. I don't know if it's true, but
yeah, it does.
Regardless, it just helps. It helps. Steven, you got a question?
Yeah. What advice would you give to somebody that said they wanted to be successful?
That wanted to be successful at anything, I think it's just really like taking your mentor serious. If you have a mentor, if you have anybody in your life, take them serious and focus on execution. Like execute at everything much as possible. Like, because when you execute, people look at you in a different way, because when you have goals, right, you can have goals all day. But if you don't deliver on those goals and those expectations of those goals, it's basically you just have them, and you'll have them for the rest of your life, but nothing will produce out of that. So I think just execution and focus.
Wow. Have you? How often do you get the opportunity to go out and speak? Because, you know, everybody is out there speaking now, you know, but we're in competition with no one but ourselves. So how often do you get a chance to, because I find this very motivational talking to you.
Yeah.
So how often do you get a chance, the opportunity to speak to?
Well, at the time, not very often, but when I do, I take full advantage of it.
Right.
And I make it worthwhile, and I make you remember me.
Good.
Definitely. It's just making a stamp and not expecting anything. Just, I want you to hear my story and what I've been through and the struggle and the determination that I have today.
You know, everybody, because I've always been to share my story openly. I don't care. I don't care what you think of me. I just want you to get something out of it, something to help you. And plus, I'm not who I used to be. You know, so that helps too.
Yeah, that's definitely.
You know, but I find that, you know, create opportunities. You know, schedule a workshop and put it out there on Facebook. I'm having this. I'm doing this. I'm having this workshop such a day. You know, y'all come.
Right.
Find a spot and they'll come. They'll come.
Definitely.
You know,
That's a goal for me to start building those type of environments for kids and mentoring. Definitely.
Yeah, I know. I started when I first started in workshops. I think I had two little girls came. Two little girls came, and then before that, it was a 13-week session, and before that session was over, we had 23.
Oh wow.
So, you know, we had more adults in the room than there were the kids. But like I said, it was 2 girls, but at the end of the 13 weeks, it was 23. So
That's
just put it out
amazing.
there.
That's
put
amazing.
It, put it out there and get connected with, maybe one of the schools that let you come speak. Ask them, especially in the summertime, ask them, can you use one of the rooms that this is what you're going to do? And they'll let you.
Right.
If they want, another school will.
Yeah, definitely, that is true.
So would you say that that you reached the pinnacle of your success in motivational speaking? I ask everybody that.
No, I don't ever think that you reach a pinnacle or a state or a status. I think that's just minute, very. I think it's just working hard, and because you always gonna have somebody that needs your help. That's
True.
gonna need your motivation. That's gonna need your encouragement. That's gonna need your story. So you never stop, and you never stop growing and learning.
You shouldn't.
So, yeah.
You should.
If you do, I don't
Something
know.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christian, you got a question?
Yeah. What made you decide that you wanted to become a motivational speaker?
My biggest thing, like I relate to you guys a little bit in, is I lost my mom. I lost my mom. I didn't have a father around. And like I told you, she was on drugs and she passed away. So that's my fuel. And I know kids that want parents and want that type of guidance. And I think just being motivated and wanting better for myself and wanting better for my younger brother also. Been taking care of him since we got discharged from the system almost 10 years now. Not on my own, but I had guidance and help and things like that, but mainly me. And that's empowering enough to want to have him look at me in a positive light too.
So if somebody's sitting here and somebody's mom or dad, they're listening to you, or some organization, how can they get a hold to you?
You can definitely go on Facebook, DJ Empowers, and also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You message me, I'm there. I will respond quick as possible. Yeah, if you want me to come speak at your school, your group home, definitely reach out to me, and we can connect.
Good. So DJ Empowers on Facebook. Is it DJ Empowers on Instagram? Just
Everything.
Everything's DJ Empowers?
Yep, DJ Empowers.
Very good, very good. Well, do you have any words of encouragement you'd like to offer these awesome young people? Anything you'd like to say directly to them?
Most definitely, and this pertains to all of you guys, never stop. And the reason why I say never stop is don't accept anyone's no for yourself. It may be they have got to a point where their no has stopped them, but it shouldn't affect you in no type of way. If you choose to do anything, make sure you do it at 120. Don't do it halfway, because you're gonna get half results. And that's what I try to live out every day, is give 120 every day. And stay motivated, stay encouraged, and get around the right people. Because you may think you're around the right people, and you could periodically see that that's not who I'm supposed to be around. I'm supposed to be around this type of crowd, even though I don't want to be around them, but it's good for me. You know what I mean? So I'll leave y'all with that.
And I tell kids all the time, listen to your parents, listen to the adults in your life. One of my favorite sayings is, listen to your parents, obey your parents, and make your life easier. Make your life easier. Make your life easier. So where do you see yourself in maybe 5 years with this thing?
I see myself really having a platform where I'm speaking around the world, and I want the best for anybody that I come in contact with. Like, if they have any goals, any dreams, I want them to be able to fulfill it and be able to come back and tell me, like, you actually helped me. Because I don't want to just talk to you and then you go about your business and you consistently get in trouble. I want to be able to create results, and parents come back and say, thank you for talking to my child, talking to my son, talking to my daughter, and really making an impact.
And they will too. They will. They'll come back, and it's one thing about, I find it talking to kids is that I've had the opportunity. I like to work with all kids, but especially at risk, what they call at risk kids,
Yeah.
and where they act like they don't want to be there, they're not listening. But I see them girls. I see them girls years later, and Miss Toy, how are you? You remember me? How could I forget you?
Yeah.
How could I forget you? So and I'm sure you already know that. We tell them, and no matter what it looks like, I think it makes a difference.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely. When you hear what they have overcome and their trial and error, and they actually come up out of it, and they're blossomed into who they want to be, it's a great feeling that you had some type of effect to that.
Yeah, and the reason why we don't quit is because that they can change because you did.
Yeah,
That things can turn around for them because it turned around for you.
And another thing also, it's a mindset that you gotta have. You gotta have just a no excuse attitude. Like, if you want, just go hard at it, like every day. There's things that you're going to have to face, and it's going to happen. You're going to have people tell you that you can't do something, and you just have to look in the mirror and tell yourself yes every day. And if you tell yourself yes every day, and you have a plan, a strategy every day, and you execute on those goals, skip what they're saying, because it doesn't matter. It only matters to you and your goals and your dreams.
Amen. That's some good preaching. And if we got listeners out there, my babies, you guys are my babies. If there's any kid out there, young person out there, and you don't know what you want to do, well, then your purpose right now is to just go to school, get them good grades, obey your parents, set yourself a curfew if you don't have one, come in the house before it's too late, go to bed early, get up early, read some books,
Definitely.
be careful what you watch on TV, things like that, and focus on the things that, what do you like to do? What you like to do is a clue to your purpose. And like you said, what do you call it? Be what, the 120?
Yeah.
The 120 thing?
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, I want to say, you working on a book?
Yes. Also, I'm working on a book. It's called The Other Side of the Glass. It's a reflection of my younger self, of my older self now. Just the what I've been through and the encouragement and all that type of stuff.
When is that set to come out? Do you know?
I don't have a set date.
Okay,
for
well, you're still working on it?
Yeah.
Well, keep working on it then.
Definitely.
Keep working on it. I believe that your story in print will be, it'll be amazing, and people will be helped by it.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
All right, well, thank you everybody for coming and being with Miss Toy on Inside the Haven. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, DJ, for coming such a long way to be here with me today. And,
I appreciate you.
I wish you much success in your motivational speaking career. Can't have too much of that. And thank you guys for listening, joining in with us today. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
This ain't a shameless poem, just trying to avoid where the shame.